What's up, everyone? It's Peter Tragos, the lawyer you know, and today we're going to talk about the results of the grand jury proceedings with regard to Deshaun Watson and the potential criminal charges coming down for his sexual misconduct as a result of 10 complaining witnesses that filed criminal complaints against him, and what the grand jury found and why. So if you've been following this case and you're interested in it with us, make sure you like this video, comment below any questions or any comments that you have about Deshaun Watson and his case. And if you haven't already subscribed to our page, hop over and make sure you subscribe. So it has just come down, breaking news, that the grand jury has declined to indict Deshaun Watson, which means no criminal charges at this time based on the allegations from at least 10 complaining potential victims. Now, we know there are 20 plus civil lawsuits. Only 10 of them are being considered in this criminal case. The grand jury heard evidence presented by the prosecutor today, who really can have a large effect on these grand jury proceedings. If the prosecutor presents a well-balanced case and even some exculpatory evidence that shows Deshaun Watson's innocence, or presents where there may be some weaknesses in their testimony, that can really affect the grand jury. We don't know what happens because these grand jury proceedings in Texas are secret, which makes sense. That's very common in most states. But what we do know is this grand jury did not find enough evidence to even indict Deshaun Watson, meaning it was like a probable cause line of demarcation and burden, not beyond a reasonable doubt, a much lower burden in this case, that the grand jury felt there was not enough evidence. And at the same time, we know the civil deposition of Deshaun Watson was taking place. He pled the fifth. He did not answer these questions. But what we don't know is whether or not he will answer these questions at future depositions. I'm very interested in that. And Rusty Hardin has already said he will testify when Rusty Hardin advises him to testify. So I'm interested to hear what his side of the story is and when he's going to present that, because just because the grand jury has decided not to indict Deshaun Watson at this time doesn't mean that they can't reconsider criminal charges in the future if more evidence comes to light, such as a statement made by Deshaun Watson. And this was not necessarily a surprise. If you've been listening throughout the day or the last couple days even, Rusty Hardin, Deshaun Watson, their team have had optimism that no criminal charges were going to come down the pipe and that there would not be an indictment based on these grand jury's proceedings. We're also already hearing from Adam Schefter and all the people in the know in the NFL that the Texans want to sell and people want to buy, and trade offers are being made right now, and Deshaun Watson may be signing a new deal at some point. So will he testify and jeopardize that? Will his testimony help or hurt that? Will teams want to get involved even with these civil actions continuing, now knowing that it's unlikely any criminal charges are coming? You're going to hear across the media that no criminal charges. It's over. He is cleared. Criminal charges are gone. And while that's true for the moment, it is not like double jeopardy where he can never have criminal charges come in the future, although this is a big step because the prosecutor will be a lot less likely to bring future charges on this kind of case if the grand jury has already declined to indict. If he wasn't a famous person and was just your average Joe, it would probably never come back to the grand jury. But if something really blows up based on his testimony or something that happens in the civil cases, I would keep my eye on some future grand jury proceedings to see if they are going to consider this indictment again. But for now, it's looking good for Deshaun Watson. A big win for Rusty Hardin and crew, as no criminal charges are coming at this point for Deshaun Watson. He's moving forward with the civil cases, but maybe he'll be able to play some football. Maybe he'll be able to get traded. Maybe he'll be able to sign a new deal. We'll keep an eye on all that as well. Put in the comments if you think the grand jury got it right or wrong, by putting right in the comments if you think this was the correct decision by them not to indict Deshaun Watson, or wrong if you think they should have. This is tough because, again, we weren't able to see the evidence presented. We are never going to know what happened in these proceedings. But just based off what you know in the civil cases and the other videos we've broken down, do you think it rose to the level of a crime? And if you do think that, then you obviously think the grand jury got it wrong. If you don't think it rises to criminal behavior, then you think that the grand jury got it right. Make sure you let us know in the comments. That's the fun part, getting the interaction and seeing what you potential jurors think about cases like this. But for now, that's all we've got. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our page and like our videos. If you want some interaction, get in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to know any more information about our firm or this page, you can find out in the description or visit tragoslaw.com. We post multiple times throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification and not miss out on the next episode.